What it is, what it is, what it is, YouTube, you know who it is. It's your boy, the Moose. Let's kick it.
Song, ready? The stars are light, are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, that worked.
Let's see it.
It likes to run, it loves to jump, no one could ever stop. A big or small party, it will be there, no matter where or when. A moose on a loose, a moose on a loose, it'll be party all day long. A moose on a loose, a moose on a loose, what are you waiting for?
Man, I got an unboxing for you today. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Let me go get the other piece here so we can get into this. I will be using both cameras because my wide DSLR camera doesn't have a wide angle. So I need to get a wide angle on what we got going. But anyways, so I'm doing an introduction on the DSLR camera, and then I will go ahead and switch to my phone and let you get into it and see what we got going. Today we are unboxing, and we are going to fire up the Dancing with the Cloud in my backyard, and we're gonna fire it up and we're gonna watch it go. I like this. It's actually XLR, and it comes with a remote, so this is going to be fun, exciting, and I already opened it. It's huge. I hope y'all ready for this. This thing isn't as small as I thought it was. I thought it was small, but this thing is gigantor. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is it right here. I told you it wasn't a small box. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, now this is the Dancing with the Cloud fog machine. Alright. Comes with the wire. Comes with the XLR power. And it comes with the wireless remote control with a little fancy key toggle. I'll show you the key toggle later. It slides down and it has a little thing that goes up and down. So just a minute on that. Let's get this thing out of the box. There it is right there. All right. So this is the machine. Let me get you off the stand and show you what it looks like. As you can see, there's the fan. It's a 1500 watt fogger. This comes off. This comes off. And there it is. There's the heater. You put the ice on this and the ice melts. The ice melts into here, and then this seals up really good with the, it's got a seal on it, so it'll seal in. And this right here is actually, it is insulated. So if you actually put your hand in there, it's insulated. So this is actually keep the ice cold. So I'm going to actually set it on the ground, and we're going to go ahead and load her up and we're going to show you how it works. Go plug it in. Get out of my camera. Y'all come out here just to harass me, didn't you? Okay, so let me go ahead and get her plugged in, and then we can get her tested. Okay, so I purchased this Black Label Thick Misty from Guitar Center. It's 1 quart. So actually, I think this thing holds about 3 quarts of liquid, because it swallowed that thing up. Okay. The remote is out, plugged in. Now let's break the ice up and put it in the reservoir, and then I'll show you what it looks like. You too, buddy. Really?
Out of the floor and pond water.
Well, y'all are going to have some fun here in a minute. Go get Grissy.
Go get.
You don't have to be in the mix, so she can come out here and have some fun, because this might can be more than a few days.
I noticed.
20-pound bag, wow. So I added 20 pounds of ice.
Papa,
And look what it looks like.
Papa, I wanna go.
20 pounds of ice in the there's 20 pounds of ice in the reservoir. So I figure if you use the ice over the dry ice situation, we'll see what happens. But usually you're supposed to use dry ice for the situation. But we're in my backyard, and we're going to give it a test. I got the kids out here to have some fun. It's going to make a little noise before it kicks on, but then once it heats up, it takes 5 minutes to heat up. So let's go ahead and kick her on. And get her all ready to go here. It'll tell you when it's ready. Now put the lid on it. Tighten it up with the goggles. So I figure if you're at a wedding and you have this Dancing with the Cloud, right before the introductions go, you get ready for it.
We're just chilling right there. Okay. Cool. Cool. Back up.
Let it heat up. It's going to take a minute to get up.
Go. Yeah, but tires in there. Okay. I'm so scared, Milky. I got stung before by a hornet on my foot when I was only 5. Scarlet! No! Mountain's hard to it's so fun.
Okay, it ain't heated up yet. Takes 5 minutes to heat the machine up.
So why can't I do it? I want a small bike. Oh, it'd be a picture bike.
Here we go.
Very pretty. It's coming out. Actually, can I touch it?
Yeah.
Yes, see?
Wow, it's
I can't see. Look at it, guys.
well, it's pushing out that way because where it is.
It looks like it's gonna make a tornado. Not gonna lie. This would be fun. It needs more of that. Well, they're gonna have fun. Wait, where's the mocha? Please stop. Press move.
Okay, so the results are, I'm going to have to turn this around. To get the effect that I'm looking for.
Ooh, water. Galaxy. Be like Mario Galaxy, got water everywhere. That one stage. So what are you doing? It's like a whole.
Okay, so the results are that this thing puts out a lot of fog. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do this in the garage, unfortunately. So I'm going to take this project into the garage later, and we'll go from there. This, you saw the unboxing. The failed attempt in the backyard, too windy, so I had to bring it out here in the garage. So it's going to take a couple minutes for it to heat up, but once that heat lamp kicks on, it'll tell me on the other remote. The other remote has a light, this one doesn't. Oh, here it goes, it's going to kick on for you. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is it right here. This is the low-lying fog. And as you can see, it's hitting stuff. But so it gives you that look that you want with Dancing with the Clouds. In order for you to keep it up, you have to keep up on the button. But it does what it's supposed to do. It keeps the fog low, but it's just shooting up, and you're getting the wind and the garage. Hopefully I can show you this here, but let's see if we can't push the air out with the thing and see if we can get this to work. I think that's what's going on here.
Fascinating.
Okay, let's do this.
Woo.
As you can see, the fog is going low to the ground. So this would actually work in a bigger space. It puts out that fog just enough to dance on that cloud. So dancing on the cloud would be perfect with this device. And as you can see, I can leave it on by pressing the button. And the remote control does work. I'm using a remote to control it. But as you can see, the Dancing with the Fog will go on as long as I have ice. Oh wow. I didn't even touch the fake gun. But in an open room, it would be perfect. Now there's a lot of rumors going on about the floor. The floor is not even wet. So I could not see that. There's a lot of rumors saying that a lot of venues will not allow you to use the machine because they said that it would push water on the floor. But as you can see, I touched the floor and it's dry. So I don't think that would be the problem. Now, the ventilation, for one thing, on this garage, the wind and everything else, as you can see, I'm in the cloud. Dancing in the cloud. Nice! It does give you the cloud effect. Perfect. This is what the kind of effect that the bride and the groom are going to expect at a gig. And I can keep it going. Yeah, this would work for one of those events. This would be good for your yard. This would be good for... Now, the backyard, the yard would be really windy, so it would be perfect for that. As you can see, the garage is just full of smoke. Let me get it all out of here. And then we'll go ahead and... So basically, the synopsis here, it's like walking in fog. The synopsis here, it does work, and it would be ideal for dancing with a cloud. So this fog machine will work perfect. Now, that being said, for one thing, the door, if I would close the door on this fog machine, it would probably be even a lot better. But due to the fact that the wind is coming in this garage and everything else, let me get all the fog out of here and then we'll go ahead and seal the deal. But what I'm saying is that this low-lying fog machine will work great for dancing with the cloud. Perfect. It'll give the couples what they want. Now, I'm going to show you an example. I don't have no music going or anything like that, but I'm going to be in the cloud. So you kind of get an idea of what it's going to be like dancing in it. So here's the cloud. Coming up. Okay, here comes the cloud, and I'm dancing in it. Dancing in the cloud. In the cloud, dancing in the cloud. It doesn't get no sticky residue on the ground. It doesn't get it wet. It doesn't do anything like that. It keeps the fog right where it needs to be. So the synopsis of everything is the only reason it's going high is I believe I didn't get the right fog. Stay away from Guitar Center fog, I guess. Go with the... I would recommend probably doing the ADJ fog. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into that later. I will be picking up some of that. But let me go to get this fog out of my garage so I can shut it, lock it down. As you can see, you get the idea of the fog machine. It works great. It will do what it needs to do at the time of the event, and I will have the right fog for this. When I do get an open event, I will let you know and let you see it in advance. If there was nothing in my garage, I could use this as an event center. Okay, so leave in the comment below what you think. Now, I did a little test. I wanted to see what would happen after it was done. Okay, so if you were to do an event, I would suggest this. There's a couple things that I'm going to suggest, and then I'm going to go ahead and close the video. The first thing that I'm going to suggest is the machine leaks after a certain amount of time. So if you're using ice, the way this machine is designed, there are a lot of machines that are designed differently, but this machine is designed not to have water. You can't put water in this machine. Now, the machine at the front has a little spigot that you could turn on or you could dump out. The problem with the spigot is it's too high up. So that means there has to be a lot of water in there. In order for you to get the water out of there, is you have to tilt the machine up. So I've noticed that. it does leak. So, yeah, my daughter brought to my attention that it does leak. So, if you are going to use this in an event, maybe bring a drain with you or a pan to put this on. If you're at a venue specifically, it doesn't leave any water or anything on the floor with the fog itself. It doesn't do it. So don't get on that person where somebody says it's going to do that. Fog machines don't even do that. And I'm going to tell you why. Fog machines, unless they're oil-based, if they're oil-based, then stay away from them. If they're water-based, you want to go with water-based fluids. Even the thick fog that I have is water-based. So stay away from oil-based products. If you have oil-based products, if you're familiar with oil heats up to a certain temperature and it burns. Okay, no problem. But it leaves a film. It leaves a film on whatever it takes. Excuse me. Forgive me about that. But that's what happens. So that's my synopsis. I'm sorry this is a long video, but I wanted to give you that clarity. So if you are at a gig for long periods of time, which usually what happens is you go to the wedding and you do the first dance. Now, this is where a roadie comes in handy. The thing about this machine is it's very simple. You do not have to pick it up. Now, there's a handle on the back, but the front, you have to actually lift it up under the lid, and then you could pick it up at maybe a 33-degree angle, and you could actually pull it away because it has wheels. All you'd have to do is just connect the wires. So that's what's going to have to happen. I will have to get it set up so that when it's over, the Dancing with the Cloud is over, or if they want to keep going with it, I'll keep going with it until after the ice is gone. Now, I'm going to tell you something now. The cool thing about this is the more ice you put in there, because it's sealed, it's not sealed like it's like a cooler. So you could put the ice in there at the beginning when you get there and get it loaded and ready to go. But make sure that you put towels underneath, but not all the ice is going to go away. Now, I just tested it at 80-degree weather. So, final note, and we'll go. The trouble is, you think you have time. Peace.